recording me without my consent. Fucking pervert.
You signed your life away, what, about 6 or 7 years ago?
20. Welcome, everybody, to the Paparazzi Podcast. I am Jedi. He is Mark. And we are the Podcast with Jedi and Mark.
I think your
What's going
micro
on?
I think your microphone cut out there.
It can't be. I'm on my phone. I've got earpods in. It should all be clear perfectly.
I know. Okay, well, you want to do another one just in case?
Yeah. Welcome, everybody, to the Paparazzi Podcast. I am Jedi. He is Mark. And it's been a minute again. I don't know why we keep taking these little breaks. It's tough, but we're back with lots of stuff to talk about.
We are back and we do have a lot to talk about.
And we both should be full of energy as well, because this is an afternoon podcast today, not a late at night podcast.
Yeah,
So
I,
no
I
yawning, no tiredness.
well, you've got no excuse because you've got a coffee in your hand. Yeah, I had to put some tarping up in the studio here to block the light coming in through the window so you can see the screen behind me. I'm going to try something new here if we're going to put out this video, and I'm going to put some photos up at least on for my end of the things I've been doing as I go through it. See how
I
that
love
works.
it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
So, anything you want to talk about?
Um, I mean, we can get into work in a minute, but in my personal life, something very exciting has happened. Um, I soon will be broadcasting from my own studio in my own house. We bought a house, so that's very exciting. So I will be turning one of the rooms in the basement into Jedi's podcast studio. So I'm very excited about that.
You could name it a planet on in the Star Wars universe.
I could do. I could do. I wouldn't know
Yeah.
any of them, but yes.
Because since you are a Jedi, Jedis come from different planets all over the galaxy. So you can, or you maybe just call it the Galaxy Studios. I like
There you
it.
go. I was thinking I was thinking something just like Jedi's Buffalo Studio.
Okay.
Yeah,
Buffalo Hot Studio,
here you go. Yeah, so I'm very excited for that.
the Go Bills Studio.
Exactly, the Go Bill Studio. So that's very exciting. But as anybody who's watching, if we put this little clip out, I am not at home right now. I am in a hotel room
Always,
on the road.
always.
So yeah, yep. I am in Idaho at the moment, so I'm not too far away from you, really. Only one time zone away. Um, yeah,
And
yeah,
is there anything going on there that you can talk about?
yeah. Not much really. I mean, this trip was booked, paid for months ago. I was originally set to come out here for the Brian Koberger trial, the Idaho murders trial. But as Brian pled guilty and evaded, they didn't have to go forward with the trial. We've just pushed the flights back and back and back, and now they just said, look, just go to Idaho. We've got a few different things you can check out
Really?
and do that, and then just go to the maximum security prison and see, what photographs you can get, just GBs basically at the prison as well. So I've gone and done that this morning. Um, I was actually really surprised how close to the prison I could get. Um, it's in the middle of nowhere. So and I didn't think I could get close at all. So I did GBs from fucking miles away because there's like a long driveway up to the prison, which I presumed was private property. But as the GVs from far away were so shit, I said to the reporter with me, like, do you think we can just drive up that road, like go right up to the prison? He's like, I don't know. And I'm like, you know what? I don't see any no trespassing signs.
There
I'm
you
just
go.
I'm just going to drive up there, and if I see somebody up there, I'll just ask. So I drove right up to the prison, past the sign that said, maximum security, Idaho prison, whatever. Parked the car, walked over to a guard that worked there who was just getting out of his car to go to work. Said, "Hey, I'm Jedi from a paparazzi podcast. You've probably heard of me. I'm here to, just take some photos of the outside of the prison. Is that allowed?" He's like, "Yeah, go ahead." I'm like, okay, cheers.
All
Because
right.
I'd even Googled the prison before and looked at images to see what there was. And the only pictures I saw were just GVs of the little sign that says Idaho Maximum Security Prison. So I basically went right up to the building and was shooting, the barbed wire and whatever I could, which was, quite cool.
Well, they know
Nobody
who's
said a
in there,
thing.
right?
Sorry?
I said they know who's in there, right?
Oh, of course they do. Coburger's in there. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're probably not the first.
No, probably not, but I've not seen any pictures in there of the outside before. I don't know if I've been like looking in the right place. Um, but yeah, so that was fun.
And what's the layout like there? I mean, is it flat, cold? I saw you posted on your personal Instagram, just obviously obvious Idaho, just
Yeah,
open, snowy, icy looking
yeah,
wasteland. Is that what it
yeah.
looked?
No, not really. That was like 4 hours away from where I
Okay.
am now. Um, but yeah, it's farmland. The prison is literally in the middle of nowhere. We drove for 5 miles down the road, and we didn't see anything else until we hit like the prison.
Okay.
Yeah, like nobody's fucking escaping from there, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it looked cold. I mean, it did look cold. It looked shit. These guys, it doesn't look like they have a yard. They're not allowed outside there. It's, extremely secure. You actually drive past a women's prison on that road leading, what I thought was the private road. There's a women's prison on the left first, then the Max, and then there's another prison further up the street. And if you don't turn up the street to go to those prisons, there's actually another prison down the road on the right hand side.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. So it's kind of an interesting setup.
Like Prison City,
Prison
Prison
prison,
County.
prison county, exactly.
Wow.
So,
You
so
know.
I bashed all that out this morning, and now I'm free. I'm booked to go home tomorrow, but I mean, I don't know if you've heard or you must have heard, and the listeners, I'd imagine, are aware of the government shutdown we have in the US at the moment. And tomorrow is supposed to be the start of flights being cancelled. I think tomorrow they're rolling out 5% of all flights are being cancelled tomorrow.
Okay.
And then Saturday is another 5% of all flights being cancelled to make that 10% on Saturday. So I'm really hoping that my flight isn't affected tomorrow. I connect through Dallas, which is one of the 40 airports that is supposed to be receiving cancellations. So I really hope this government shutdown finishes soon because I'm supposed to be going on vacation on Monday,
Oh, nice.
family vacation, and that is flying through Charlotte, which is another airport that's supposed to be affected by the shutdown, into Orlando, which is another airport that is supposed to be affected by the shutdown. Um, but I've got to get home tomorrow first. So we'll see.
And
Um,
they're talking about LAX around here, Ontario,
LAX in Ontario as well, San Diego as well is one of
San
them.
Diego. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm glad I don't have to go anywhere anytime soon. If I do, I'm driving. So
yeah. Well, it's a bit worrying for me
good
as
luck.
well because I have to fly for work
Yep.
basically. So if all of these airports start, restricting flights and shutting down and canceling more and more flights, there's not too much for me to do in Buffalo.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
So I'm a little worried about it all, if I'm honest.
Well, good
Um,
luck.
yeah, cheers. I'm gonna need it, I think, mate.
Is there anything else you've been working on?
Yes, last week I was in Denver, Colorado for, I mean, I don't know if this isn't really the kind of shows that I think our listeners are watching, basically. I was there to cover the cast of the Netflix show Love is Blind.
Okay.
Um,
I think everybody's watching that that's listening to this.
yeah, so I was out there before the finale. Um, so just to kind of, get the inside scoop on what people were up to before the weddings, basically. So the premise of Love is Blind, for yourself or for anyone else that doesn't know, hasn't seen it, bunch of guys put in one house, bunch of girls put in another house. They go on dates with a wall in between them, basically. So they get to know each other without seeing what each other looks like, and they fall in love. The chaps usually propose to the women that they meet in the pods, and then they meet them after they're already proposed, and then they go from there, go on a honeymoon, and the finale is usually they go to the altar with their families and friends. They've already picked out wedding dresses, and then the finale of the show is, do the couples say I do?
Okay.
Um, so we've basically got all of these couples that are lined up, ready to go to the altar, and I fly in then to Denver to try and photograph these couples to see if they're still together before the finale. So I had the list of addresses, and the majority of the house, the places where the people on the show lived were apartment buildings, apart from one woman on the show, Megan something or other, but she goes by Sparkle Megan. Um, so she was the only contestant that had a house, basically, and that is, for any photographers listening, watching a house is a lot easier than watching an apartment building. So I'm like, I'm going to start on that one. Um, so I pull up to the house. I fly into Denver from Buffalo, early morning flight. So I get in to Denver before noon, roll up to the house, pick up a rental car, roll up to the house, and within 90 seconds of me being at the house, the front door opens and a guy comes out that is not the guy that she's dating in the show and going to the altar with. It's a new guy. He comes out and he's carrying a baby.
Wow.
So I'm like, I photograph the dude and the baby, call the office and say, hey, I'm hoping this is the right address, but I've just seen a guy come out of the house and he's carrying what has got to be a 3-month-old baby. Um, this woman, this guy is not the guy that she's engaged to on the show. And they're like, what the fuck?
Wow. Okay.
Okay, well, stick on that address. Don't look at any others, because there's a list of like 10 different people that I have addresses for to check out. So I end up being there for 5 days, and I just watched that one house for 5 days, trying to get Megan, the contestant on the show, together with this chap and the baby. So I get the guy and the baby the first day. I get Megan as well, but not with the girl, the baby. She goes out by herself. She goes and what does she do? She went to a gym the first day. So I get her at the gym. Second day, I get the guy and the baby again, and I get her again. She goes and gets her nails done. So they're still not together. Third day, I don't see the baby, but I see her. She goes and picks up like a Wendy's drive-through, and I think she went for lunch or something like that by herself. I'm like, what the fuck? Do these people, are they together? Are they not together? Day four rolls around.
Baby, let me guess. Let me guess. The baby comes out by itself.
Yeah, the baby walks out by itself, riding a pony. No. So day four, she goes to UPS, picks up a package, and then sits in her car for like 30 minutes. So I'm just sat waiting, watching, ready to go to a follow. And the car in the spot next to her backs out and leaves. And then an elderly woman goes to attempt to park into the spot next to her, hits her car, and she's trying to get into the spot. So Megan comes out. I rattle off the frames, get some video.
You, old lady.
They're exchanging details with. It would have been great if she'd hit the old lady, or showered at her, but no, they just exchange details. Like it's right in front of me, so I'm just like absolutely nailing it. And day five comes around and I leave. And then so the next day, like the picture, we put the pictures out really early actually. Like on day 3 of the trip, we put the pictures out, which I thought was kind of a crazy decision because it stops, it makes her aware that there's somebody working it, and I think decreases the odds of her coming out with said baby. But like the day after I leave, the show airs. Actually, the show had already aired, so she didn't say that she was like wasn't dating this guy. She said no at the altar. Then, so I'm back in Buffalo, and the reunion airs, and she's like, "Oh, I've got a big surprise. I'm a mom now. Here's my boyfriend, whatever he's called, in the audience." And he waves, and I'm like straight onto the desk. Yeah, we were fucking right. We nailed it. Broke the story. Yada yada yada. But even now on her Instagram, she's like acting like the story wasn't broken by me and the son. Which
Well,
is really pissing me off.
do you think she had to say that because of the pictures that came out?
I
Like she
think
could have said
so.
that to it, right?
Yeah, I think so. I ruined it for them basically, which is it's kind of sad ruining a baby reveal, but
It's kind of like the Applegate with me when I got her on the set in the wheelchair, and I thought it was just because of the show because she was in a car accident, but then she
yeah,
came out and said that she has MS.
MS.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it was fun to break that story, and actually for being a reality show on Netflix, it did crazy traffic for the Sun, which made them like super happy. And I looked just yesterday, I think, on their reels on their Instagram, and they usually have like 2 or 3 thousand views per reel. The first one that they did of the baby and the guy and outside the house did almost 1 million views,
Wow.
and then the second one of the car accident did like 700,000.
Huh.
So I did stupid traffic for them, which
Yeah,
is great.
that show has a huge audience. I see people
Yeah,
in my algorithms all the time saying, I'm watching that, I'm watching that, you know.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
my wife watches and enjoys the show. So I told her actually, I broke the story to her before I'd even put it into the office, so she knew first. So she was very excited for that.
I bet.
But that's all I've been up to. I did go and do a job for somebody else. I did 3 days somewhere else in the world, but came away empty-handed. So there's nothing to talk about there, unfortunately. And like I say, yeah, hopefully go home tomorrow and off to Orlando with the family on Monday,
All
and
right.
then hopefully some more jobs will roll in after that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you have been busy, you have been flying. We we will have a guess later on how many flights you've taken this year, because I know you were
Yep.
talking about it the other day.
At the end of the year, we should run a competition.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, we will do Jedi's flight count at the end of the year.
Guess the amount of jelly beans in the
Mm,
car.
exactly. What have you been up to? I do know what you were doing today because you went live briefly on Instagram. So I watched a bit of that. I was asking you questions, but you weren't responding,
No.
um, which I was very upset about. I thought you should have been talking to the hundreds of followers that were watching at the time.
Yeah, I put my phone in the bag and was just walking around. I wasn't, I kept hearing it because with the meta glasses, it tells you that you have messages and
Yeah.
and people are signing on and this and that. It's actually Kristen Bell that tells me, uh,
Yes.
which,
KB.
which
K
we'll get
Bell.
into later because I'm going to do it on what you're watching because I have been watching Kristen Bell.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, I was on the rookie set. It was kind of a last minute thing. I'd been planning on stopping by there and I was actually going to take the day off today. So I was actually sitting on the couch. I was restarting Entourage at home.
I love Entourage.
I had
I
a few
love it.
I had to do at home. And then I remembered, no, then I saw Jenna posting from the set,
The bat signal.
the bat signal, exactly. So then I hopped in my car and went out to the set when it was downtown. So, for all you rookie fans out there, just so I go out of my way to go and do this for the fans. Um, I'm trying this new thing here where you can see behind me, see the screen behind me, and I'll just play a little bit of, when I showed up there and stuff. I'll post more later, but it was Jenna and Nathan on set. And it was just a kind of a car crash scene. They were chasing after a motorcycle, obviously a criminal, and they're in street clothes. I didn't see much of it. They've been filming all morning, so I don't know. But
Yeah.
got a few pictures, got a little bit of video, and we'll post it in a day or so. Maybe a little teasers here and there.
Yeah.
But I did get the rookie also a couple of weeks ago. The pictures of Liz and oh my God, Liz and O'Neill. Oh my God, Lucy Chen. um, God damn, what's her fucking name? Oh my God, the rookie fans are going crazy right now. They're going, shut the fuck up, asshole.
Mhm.
Um, but I got them in one of their police cruisers going out for a driving scene, and it was just really cool pictures. Pictures didn't sell, I don't think, but it was just really nice pictures. They saw me, so they waved. I actually
Yeah.
had my window down. I was really close to them, right across the street. So I was hoping that they noticed because I know they're really friendly. So they waved. It was a really nice picture, and the Instagram and the TikTok have gone kind of crazy with
Oh, good.
with um with the amount of views and comments and stuff. So that was pretty cool. Um, I did actually go on vacation as well
Hooray.
this
Love that.
last week or so, and it was kind of a work vacation. It ended up to be kind of a work vacation where
Okay.
it was my wife and I's 20th anniversary.
Congrats.
Thank you. And we decided to go to the Packer Steeler football game in Pittsburgh
Yeah.
because our teams we're really into our teams, and they only play every 4 years. And we've said for years that we're going to go to these games. I've been waiting for them to come to Green Bay, but for some reason they just keep avoiding doing it.
Mm.
And so we went to Pittsburgh, and day two into Pittsburgh, I found out that Chrissy Metz was filming a show in Pittsburgh.
Ah, your buddy, Chrissy Metz.
Chrissy Metz, yeah, haven't seen her in a while. Used to work on her on This Is Us all the time. But I did end up kind of driving around trying to find the set, couldn't find it. And we had planned a dinner out at a restaurant called A La Familia in Pittsburgh. It's an old school, really kind of have to go Italian restaurant in Pittsburgh, kind of famous. A lot of celebrities have been going there lately. And we, when we went to have dinner there, about halfway through the meal, our waitress, we were talking to her, and she kind of alluded to the fact that there was other people there, that there was some celebrities there, and we had just missed Chrissy Metz by 5 minutes.
Oh, that's crazy.
So, and there was Packers there dining as well the night we were there. So
Oh, no shit.
missed out on seeing some of my Packers, and I missed out on Chrissy Metz. But I did spend off and on the rest of the time there. I just kind of woke up early in the morning, went to go try and find the set, couldn't find it anywhere. So no pictures from that set, but it was a good vacation otherwise. It's my first time in Pittsburgh,
I love Pittsburgh.
and it was just great food, great people, Packer fans everywhere, Steelers
Yeah.
fans everywhere as well. The game was insane. We ended up winning, which makes it even better.
Love that.
But all in all, really great trip. And shout out to Pittsburgh and A La Familia and Chrissy Metz. Um, but also,
What?
what's that? Go ahead.
No, I'm just what's the show she's filming? Did you know?
It's a detective show,
Is
you know,
it Lazarus?
kind of a mystery, maybe, yeah. Um,
Cast in that, man. I'm just looking at the cast. Liev Schreiber, Stephen Graham,
yeah,
the Brit that was in the Oneer.
yeah,
What was that show called? The
uh,
Netflix
yeah. The
with the young lad who
adolescents,
adolescence, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a decent looking cast.
Yeah, so it would have been good to get any of these people. Here, I'm showing some pictures of Pittsburgh right here in the background.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah. Pittsburgh's great. It's a blue collar city. They love their sports there. They love their family. Um, I've done quite a few jobs there, and I really do enjoy spending time in Pittsburgh.
yeah, it's a great city. And I will definitely be back. Uh,
Did you go to Primanti Brothers?
yes, we actually after getting the car, we went. We my wife wanted to drive in through the tunnel from the
Yeah,
airport and just come out to Pittsburgh, but there was tons and tons of traffic when we got there. So I'm like, let's just take the kind of the scenic route, come in along the river, that kind of thing. And as we were just driving through the woods, kind of randomly, a Permanente Brothers popped up just in the middle of the woods. And so we went
mm,
to that one, which was kind of cool. But they're everywhere. So you
yeah, yeah.
really
They
have
are.
to pick.
The original location is my favorite. Um, but yeah, their sandwiches are fucking killer.
They are. Yeah, really good. Um, but before I left for Pittsburgh, I revisited, this is just before, kind of like before Halloween. I revisited kind of my local girl around here, Gina Rodriguez,
Ah,
Jane Virgin.
Jane the Virgin. That's what I was trying to think of. Yeah,
She hadn't been shot in a while, and her Instagram's been popping up lately, and she's pregnant, and I know she was
she's
very
pregnant again.
pregnant again.
Oh,
And
good for her.
remember us talking about it, but I got her the first time, the first pregnancy. I got a really good
Yeah,
baby bump, the shirt kind of up, out hiking, and those pictures did really well. And I saw she was pregnant again, and she was really big. She looked like she was, getting close. So,
yeah.
uh, I worked on her for a day. She came out and she went to a pumpkin patch.
Okay.
It's been a while since I've shot anybody at a pumpkin patch.
Yeah, I love it. Always used to love pumpkin patch
Yeah,
shoots.
that's the old school. And so she went to the pumpkin patch, but she wore all black, black
Oh,
leggings, black tank top, kind of a thing. And she went with her daughter and an assistant or the nanny, and she kind of was carrying the daughter on her side. So there was really no baby bump shots to be had. And once she went into the pumpkin patch, it was just all kind of sealed off. I couldn't really get anything. It was just arriving uh and leaving. But then I go to Pittsburgh for 5 days, five,
yeah.
6 days. And then I come back and it's Halloween and she's close by. I figure, oh, okay, she's probably going to go out in some costume that's going to accent her baby bump
Of
and
course.
I can get her trick or treating because she's not far from my house. I have stuff to do here at my house with my kids trick or treating and all that. So I figured it would just be a nice, quick little get in, get out. And I show up there maybe 20, 30 minutes, this is about 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock when you would be taking out a little kid like that.
Yeah.
And I see a couple people coming in and out of our house, going to their cars, and they're in costume. So I'm like, okay, cool. Here we go. It's going to happen. And so they come out and they start loading up into the car.
Okay, that's good.
It's some friends, it's the husband. And then she comes out and she's dressed in like a go-go girl's outfit, right? And and I look and she's kind of saying goodbye to the nanny,
Hmm.
the same nanny that was there, and the nanny's got this little teeny baby in her arms. So here's the pictures of Gina back here. Uh,
Yeah.
I could probably go back here a little bit and show you the see these are the pictures from the pumpkin patch.
Yeah.
Nothing really to get right there. But then so she's So she's in this outfit like this. She's had the child. She's had the kid.
Oh, no
Right?
shit.
So this is first kind of post baby pictures of her.
Yeah.
But she's going out and she gets in the car and she goes out like to a party.
Huh.
So, my question is, how can you leave I mean, the baby couldn't have been born more than 4 or 5 days before, right?
Yeah.
You're leaving your brand new 4 day old, 5 day old, 3 day old baby home with the nanny, and you're going out to party on Halloween. I don't know. I just thought that was kind of strange. I probably wouldn't leave my kid after 4 days, but it's the second kid. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Oh, incredible.
Yeah. Um, but that was that with her. Um,
Doyos.
well, I was going to bring that up on the second half,
Oh, okay.
because we're going to get into subjects and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Um, but that was it for that. I guess we could do Dodgers. We got 4 minutes, right?
I don't know. It doesn't come. I'm on my phone because you
Oh
said the
yeah.
quality was better.
We got a few minutes. And then obviously I'm wearing the hat here. The Dodgers won the Super Bowl. I mean, sorry, the World Series.
the
Um, and
North American series.
and I went out and I shot some of the celebration, the parade. Um, I had an idea. I saw the route that morning, and I knew that there was an angle that I could fly a drone and get a nice shot of them driving down Grand with the buildings in the background and stuff. So I knew it
Yeah.
was a long shot. I figured there would be a no-fly zone. The drone wouldn't even fly, but it did, and it was kind of sketchy to fly it. It was kind of got away from me a little bit, and it kind of lost connection here and there. But I did get a few pictures as I'm putting up here. Um, but someone pointed out that on our
Let's
Instagram
go Dodgers.
that you can see Pigpen in some of these pictures.
Oh no shit.
And I saw her Instagram and she absolutely just drilled it.
Pictures of
I'm not
Kike were
sure which one's her
unreal.
on here, but she's walking along
Yeah.
here somewhere.
The picture of Kike like blowing out water or champagne like a whale from his
Man,
spout. It's phenomenal.
yeah, she makes other photographers feel bad
Mm.
when she nails stuff like that. So, and then I just, obviously traffic is crazy down there. You can't get from one side to the other unless you have like a press pass and you're walking with them like she was. But then I went down,
Yeah.
got some cool pictures of them like as they got on the freeway, which is like these right here, where's
Yeah.
Smith kind of doing his thing.
So good.
And it's kind of cool with the traffic stopped right here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With the CHP stopping traffic. It's kind of cool. But yeah, go Dodgers. Really cool to go and shoot this out there with the fans. I don't think there was any kind of, you know, any kind of weirdness happening out there.
No.
It's good to see LA united for at least a couple of days.
Yeah.
And
Parades are really fun to photograph. I photographed one of the Lakers parades. God, it must be 15 or more years ago. With Kobe and Powell with the trophy, and it was fucking awesome. It was so much fun, such a cool experience.
did you do the same thing? Like just walk alongside them and walk with them?
No, oh goodness, no, there was no press pass for me. I think I went down there hours before it started, picked a spot, and just kind of stayed there
Oh,
and
just one spot. Okay.
stood in there with the fans. Yeah, it was a day off. I remember because I remember it was when we were with the agency, and I put it, and I pitched it, and they were like, "Nah, don't go and do it." And it was my day off, so I just went and did it anyway.
Nice. Nice. All right,
So that
well,
was
let's
that.
take a quick
Yeah,
break. And we'll come back. Let's talk a couple of subjects out there. I've got a lot of things to talk about.
we back.
And we're back. And so is this
You.
guy.
Ah, who's that little monkey? Hi, buddy.
This is Barley.
Barley. Barley.
This is Barley.
Hey, bud. Oh, he's a little cutie.
Yeah,
To the PPC family.
exactly. Let me put him back inside.
For anybody wondering what Mark was showing me, it was not part of his body. It was a dog.
Well, you could always go check the YouTube
There you go.
because I think we're going to actually post this one.
Oh my goodness.
Way too much production value going on to not.
Incredible.
Um, all right. The part of the show everybody wants to hear, our subjects and our bitching and our moaning and our uh news and all that business.
Do
Uh,
it.
I'd like to start, if you don't mind,
Knock yourself out.
with Sydney Sweeney,
Oh.
friend of the
Yeah.
show. Sydney Sweeney always makes an appearance,
Yeah.
always is a good subject to
Yeah.
talk about because she's freaking everywhere.
She is.
I
She
posted
is.
I posted the other day. There must be, how many of them are there because she's in LA, she's at the Dodger game, she's in New York, she's doing this, she's a boxer, she's fat, she's not, she's dating this guy, she's not. But specifically, I mean, obviously, the game that she went to, the Dodger game she went to, and they lost, I blame it on
Yeah.
her.
No, you can't blame anything on Sweeney.
Well, she's distracting, is what it is. So I blame that on her. But I did see this morning on my algorithm just nonstop footage of her kissing Scooter Braun on a rock in Central Park.
I know. What a fucking setup.
Like, what is that?
I mean, it screams setup, doesn't it? Like the day before she was shot in LA, ducking down in the car of her ex-fiance. Um, she obviously didn't like that picture being out there, so she flies to New York to see Scooter and makes out with him on a rock in Central Park. I actually hadn't seen. I saw one picture of this. I hadn't actually seen the full set, which is it. Just, I mean, it just screams setup.
Well, I mean, I think there was multiple photographers. I think it was like a photo shoot
Mm,
because I mean, not an actual photo shoot, not a real photo shoot, but I mean, there's tons of footage of her coming out of that building wearing that outfit. And I know the New York photographers are all on it, you know.
yeah,
I know they're all on it. I know they're all over her. So I think she just went out to Central Park. They followed her out there. I don't think it's one photographer, you know. I think it's multiple New York photographers, and the looks on their faces are, I know I'm being shot and I'm doing it anyway, you know?
yeah. To me, I think Scooter has texted his friend over at Backgrid, and they've just completely set it up. Yeah,
Well, either way, it is a setup, and either way, it's pretty darn cheesy, and it's starting to piss me off because, we called her the next big thing. And honestly, I was saying the other day, she might be the last big thing
yeah,
because I don't think there's going to be anything bigger than her that comes out because she's bigger than Jennifer Lawrence was because Jennifer Lawrence was the one before her,
yeah.
right?
She is, like you said, she's everywhere.
She's everywhere.
She's here, there, she's everywhere. She's got a movie coming out tomorrow, I think. The one where she plays the boxer, Chrissy something or other. Yeah,
And you know what? I have a strange feeling that movie's going to be shit.
I have a strange feeling it's going to be the only movie I see in theaters this year,
I've,
other than Naked Gun.
yeah, for sure. But I think it's going to be just as bad as Naked Gun. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. But not comedy wise, stupid comedy wise, but all the hype that she's doing promoting this movie
Yeah,
is gonna ruin at least my liking of the movie because I'm gonna go into it with so much freaking hype
yeah.
and I'm gonna go like, oh man, really?
I mean,
She
I'm sure I read somewhere that it was getting Oscar buzz as well.
Well, of course, she changed her body, she changed herself. That always gets you Oscar buzz, you know?
Yeah,
But I just feel like it's gonna be Sydney Sweeney in like a fat lesbian boxer suit, you know?
It
And
it does in fact come out tomorrow.
yeah, you're going to see right through it. You know what I mean? And I don't think this is a movie that I'm going to go see in the movie theater.
Yeah. Talking of seeing what right through it, leading right into the dress that she wore the other day, right? At the women in film event that she absolutely upstaged every single woman there with her breasts basically on full view.
Yeah, for sure. And
Yeah,
that's exactly what happened. And I understand the whole, feminism, proud of your body, proud of this, proud of and now if she would have come out in that dress the way she looked in the boxer movie,
yeah.
then I would say you're a hero, you know.
Mm,
When you're Sydney Sweeney and you've got the body that everybody's addicted to, men, women, dogs, everything, that you come out looking like that. Number one, there's nothing there we haven't seen already anyway.
yeah, exactly. She's been topless in both movies and TV.
But then you're also standing on stage with a bunch of women who have actually shown a lot as well. You're up there with Jamie Lee Curtis, who, obviously got hers out
Yeah,
times. Sharon Stone, we all know what happened with her. Uh,
true.
and then I forget who else was there, but
Yeah,
I
I
just,
mean, it was done purposefully, right? There's no way that she didn't know that this dress was see through.
I mean, it would have been good to do it at the Dodger game too. Yeah.
I mean, that would have been even more distracting to the boys in blue.
But they, but I don't know. She's getting rammed down our throats so bad,
Hmm.
so hard that it's hard for me to like her. It's just I know you've got a thing because you started her off, you discovered her, you made her big, but I don't know. It just there's too much. I don't like hype, and I don't like overhyping, and I don't like it being rammed down my throat for at least a movie that I'm not sure is even going to be that good.
Yeah,
I might see the movie and I might change my mind on everything, but for her to show up in that dress, in that outfit, I don't know. It was just a little too much, I think.
yeah.
I think
No,
everybody thought that. Even the women on stage, I think, thought that. But they're going for shock value and they got it.
sure as shit did. Yeah,
You know.
yeah. What else has been going on?
Well, I did make a few notes here. Let me see here.
I mean, you mentioned K-Bell earlier on. Is that
Well, yeah,
in relation to what you're watching?
I want to get into what you're watching, but I did hear an interview. Speaking of Jennifer Lawrence, actually, it's one of my notes here. I did see that she is done talking about politics.
I didn't even know she talked about it. I don't really pay too much attention to her, to be honest.
I heard, see, Jennifer Lawrence is my Sydney Sweeney, so
Mm,
it's tough not to like her for me, even though she's been political lately and stuff. But she said she's not going to do any more political talk. She says it just adds to the fuel of dividing everybody, which is fine. But then she also added that she would rather focus on being an artist and make movies that change the world. Now,
okay.
that's a bit too far.
Yeah, just a bit.
I mean, a movie's a movie. I don't care if it's groundbreaking. I don't care if it
Yeah.
actually does change the world. It's not changing the world.
I don't think any movies these days are changing the world. In the olden days, yes, they may have been life changing or world changing, but now people, I don't think, well, movies in general, viewership is down, right? People aren't going to the movies. It's hard, I think, for people to concentrate for longer than 10, 12, 15 seconds watching a video on their phone, let alone focus in a movie theater for 2 hours. Um, the newer generation of people, anyway, I'm sure us oldies can still enjoy and intake a 2.5 hour movie, but the kids of today,
What?
I don't think have the attention span.
Wait, what? I don't know. How would I know that? No, I don't know. Love it when the kids interrupt.
Yeah. Talking of kids with attention spans.
Yeah, seriously. I'm on a podcast. Um, so I did make some notes of, I mean, you know how much I love celebrity ads, right? Celebrity
Yeah.
spokesmen, stuff like that. I obviously posted on the Instagram the other day of the crumble cookies. I do that every once in a while when something pops up. Uh,
Yeah.
but I was watching the Dodger game, I think it was, and these two commercials came up like back to back. And number one, it was Kevin Hart for a betting app. I think
Yeah.
it's
It's DraftKings.
DraftKings, right?
Yeah. He's usually does them with LeBron.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know what's worse. Kardashians or Jenners doing crumble cookies or Kevin Hart doing, betting apps, which they don't use, or Jennifer Garner doing credit cards, which she doesn't use,
Yeah. Yeah. No shit.
But it was the Kevin Hart online betting followed by the Jennifer Garner Capital One credit card, and
Yeah.
she's in the commercial with a bunch of fake friends hanging out in a fake. I mean, the last time I followed her to the airport, she went to private suites, which is not a part of Capital One service, right?
No.
And she's in the airport lounge for Capital One, and she's like, "Oh, I can get used to this." Well, Jen, you were just in the private suites, and that's what you do, and then you get a ride out to the airplane, and then you walk onto the plane from there.
Yeah. No shit.
So, and she's not using any kind of Capital One. She probably has five of them. She probably gives them out to her kids to use. But and just like Kevin Hart, not betting. I guarantee Kevin Hart has never placed a bet on DraftKings.
I don't know.
You think he has?
I think he probably gets a free roll. So maybe.
Yeah, he probably has his own algorithm, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where he just can bet and win. Like they
Yeah.
just give him wins even when he loses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Um, so I have been watching some things lately. I did come across something and it kind of made me a little irritated. I don't know if you've seen this new game show. I forget what it's called now. I didn't make a note of what it's called because I just noted that it's Aaron Andrews and what's his name from The Hangover.
Is that Galifianakis?
No, no, the Asian dude,
Oh, Ken Jong?
Ken Jeong, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's them. Have you seen this show?
No.
It's called like
All I watch on TV is sport.
um let me try and find it. Can you look it up real quick and see what it's called? But Aaron Andrews and I think it's Ken Jeong, and they're kind of up in this like little tower looking down on these people, and they do these contests. It's a big group of people, like 100 people, and then it's like
99 to beat.
what's it again?
99 to beat.
Okay. And
Yeah, it's Ken Jong, I
yeah, okay.
think.
And yeah,
Yeah.
they're up in a press box and they're looking down on these people, and it's kind of like a Running Man type of thing where they're all competing against each other, and then when the time is up, the last person to do it is out, and then it's just a process of elimination.
Yeah.
But Aaron Andrews the other day, I was on her Instagram, or it popped up on her Instagram, and I was paying attention because it was, she posts just three or four different things on her Instagram. She'll either post some family stuff of maybe her kid wearing the most perfect outfit ever.
Yeah.
You remember me getting pictures of her out walking the kid where the nanny was pushing the kid along. The nanny would feed the kid, the nanny would do everything, and Aaron would just kind of walk alongside.
Absolutely.
Hilarious. But then she'll also post her Wear by EA stuff.
Yeah. The clothing line.
She'll post that she knows Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Every once in a while when there's Taylor news that comes up, she'll post a picture of her and Taylor, or Taylor wearing some EA stuff, and she'll prove that she knows her. Total blowhard. But she'll also post some stuff of her and her podcast.
Yeah.
And she's does this podcast with that other Fox
Yeah. Carissa Thompson.
Chris Thompson, NFL. And I I got to look at their backgrounds when they were when they do their podcast, right?
Yeah.
And you're obviously in a hotel room. You can't really control your background except for show what it is, right? I mean, our background here is the old studio, and it's got, a bunch of stuff that I kind of collected over the time. And
Yeah.
we've got the paparazzi podcast right here. Uh, we got my Packers ownership papers right here.
Yeah.
Aaron Andrews. Can you guess what Aaron Andrews' background is?
A picture of herself with Taylor Swift.
That is probably in the same place that it is, but no, it's her closet.
She does it in her closet.
She does it in her closet. So the background, obviously we've got these big spaces. Most people have like, some books and maybe some trophies, or they've got a nice background. She does it in her
Yeah.
closet, and the background in her closet is like a trophy. It's her clothes and her shoes and all this shit in the background. Couldn't be more fucking blowhard to me, right?
That's
And
funny.
and Clarissa, she has like just a nice background. Her living room,
Yeah.
just a nice background like you would any normal person would have. So I just, I can't get over Erin Andrews. I want to like her. I used to like her, but the more and more I see of just the way she acts, the way she is, how she does the Infinity commercials, but she drives a Range Rover. It's just fucking all blowhard and it's all fake,
Oh yeah.
and it bugs the shit out of me. But I've also been, like I said, I am restarting Entourage. So
Such a good show.
it's such a good show. When is the last time you watched Entourage?
I've it's been a long time. I've watched it all the way through twice, I think. And I think the last time was maybe 3 or 4 years ago.
My interest in watching it again is recognizing the things that you couldn't pull off now that they
Right.
did then, and we're only talking about what, 2004,
Yeah.
something like that. 2005 is when it started, and then all the years going through it. And that it enters into when I actually started. That's right around when you started, right? The business.
2004, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So the times and the way it is and stuff, it'll take you back through that whole time. Because we were working on celebrities the way they're portraying the celebrities in the show.
Yeah. I mean, I remember coming up coming across the Entourage set on Rodeo Drive, and like the director said to me and a couple of the other guys, "You guys want to be in the background, just like shooting." What's the guy's name?
Adrian Grenier.
Shooting Adrian Grenier. We're like, yeah, sure. And that's why I watched it back, remembering that, looking out for myself. But I never saw it.
Oh, well, I'm gonna look this time and see if I can spot you there,
Yeah,
and we'll post it if I get it. And so,
he was such a cool guy to photograph as well. Actually, like me and Pigpen photographed him one time, and just outside his house, I think, or his sister's house. And he just sat on the steps of the porch of the house, like chilling and talking to us.
yeah,
Like he was such a nice guy.
yeah, I was thinking of working on a couple of those guys, just kind of where are they now type of stuff. I know that
Yeah,
they've probably been worked on, but I haven't seen any pictures of them, and I know that you know it would be interesting to see where they are now.
yeah.
But
Like Grenier, when was the last time you heard his name? Like,
right,
does he even act anymore?
yeah,
Like,
no, I
I don't
saw
think so.
I looked up Turtle, and he hasn't
Yeah.
done anything since 2022.
Well,
And I don't think I even saw that. I don't think there was anything that I knew about. But all those guys, huge. I mean, they're obviously just retired on the residuals. I did hear a Jeremy Piven interview the other day. I think it was on Rogan or something like that.
yeah.
And he's got a new movie out that's, I think, just gone streaming. It was in the theaters for a little while. It's called like Primal War or something. It's like Jurassic Park meets Vietnam War.
Oh,
He plays some colonel or something. It looks kind of corny, but kind of cool. And
yeah.
you gotta love Piven. I mean, Piven's just he's
Yeah.
so Piven,
Used to photograph him in Malibu at his beach house all the time.
all the time.
Yeah. With a
Yeah,
different chick all the time.
I was just gonna say that. I did
Yeah.
see I did see a pap walked up to him on video in New York, I think, just a couple of weeks ago, and they're like, "Hey, what's up, my man? I like your outfit." And Piven's like, yeah, cool. You like, have you seen like anything I've done or anything? He's like, you're an actor? He's like, yeah, I've been in some stuff. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't know who you are. I just liked your outfit. I mean, maybe it was,
Oh, no shit.
but it was kind of funny how the guy didn't know who Piven was and how Piven is such a huge part of my life.
That's so funny.
Um, so getting back into Entourage, I'm gonna update as you know on the podcast as we go. Um, but I have been binging, and I don't binge, but I have been binging because they're such short episodes. The
Yeah.
new season of Nobody Wants This.
Yep. I loved it. I absolutely loved the show. I've only seen the first episode of the latest season. So I do need to catch up on that. And I did see it's already been picked up for season three.
Oh, great. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great feel good show. It's got a good topic. It's a good you know, kind of genre of what it is. Comedy meets
Yeah.
romance meets, rabbi, American, that kind of thing. It's really, really big.
Comedy romance meets rabbi.
Because all the Israel Jewish talk lately, it kind of sets a tone for that kind of lifestyle.
It's a good show when two people that hate the actress in the show enjoy the show.
Yeah, exactly. Hate her so much that she's my meta voice. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, it's a great show, and I think we're on the last episode right now. But what pisses me off, Jedi, is all the exteriors on that show that I missed.
Oh, I didn't see too much of that show papped at all, to be honest.
No, no, I think it's just during the time where nobody cares anyway.
Yeah.
But there was an opportunity to get Kristen Bell in a Cinderella costume and Adrian and Adam Brody in a Dracula costume, which would have been good.
Oh, that would have been a good one.
But nobody seems to care about productions these days, so that's why.
Well, you say that. Did you see who got shot on set in LA today?
No.
Meghan Markle.
Oh, yeah, she's guest starring or she's on
She,
set with somebody.
Jack Quaid, Brie Larson,
Brie Larson, yeah.
and another couple of names. But yeah, she's actually playing herself. I think the news came out yesterday that she'd got this role as herself, as a blowhard, and
So she's such a shitty actor that she can't even act. She has to take roles of herself because that's the only thing she could act like.
yeah,
Fucking stupid.
I know. So she got photographed today. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Wow. I
yeah, yeah.
guess I missed that one too.
I know. I wished it was your byline when I saw it earlier on.
No, I was out there for the rookie fans. All right.
Yeah,
And missing the money shot.
missing the Markle,
Yeah. Missing the money Markle shot.
missing money Markle. Yeah.
Um, and I've seen a few movies. I mean, I watched some movies on the plane. There's nothing really that stood out. There hasn't been any
No.
that have come out lately. I think the next one will probably be the City Sweeney movie that I go to see. And as far as TV shows, I've just been watching documentaries lately.
Okay.
So nothing really to get into on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, just going over my notes one more time here, just to see if there's anything else we could talk about.
Yeah. I can't think of anything else off the top of my head. Um, yeah.
Kylie Jenner's song. That's a note I had here.
Oh, geez. Yeah.
Didn't hear it. I didn't, I was gonna mention it and I guess it's no surprise that she could do that.
Yeah. I don't think it wasn't like a song release, was it? It was for her, for like a new makeup line that she was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, And I guess the biggest news of the day, or the biggest news of the, which isn't really celebrity news, but it's kind of celebrity news because I do want to spin it into this, which is we just had an election.
Yeah,
Okay. New York had an election, California had an election, obviously for two different things. But California's election was a little weird because I went out to go vote and I went to my normal voting center and
yeah,
I wasn't there. And then when I had to look it up, I found out it was at a hotel nearby. And
yeah.
and it's not just my local people, it's all the locals around the cities all going to one place. So the line was an hour long
That's crazy.
and it weaved through a hotel lobby and a hotel bar, which
Which is even crazier.
I'm really bummed that I didn't get a drink and wait in line because when is it the next time you're going to be able to say that you had a drink while waiting to vote? Um, but also the TV that was on there was ABC and ABC News, and there was constant ads of voting yes on Prop 50, which I was voting no on Prop 50. Um,
There's got to be some kind of rule on that, right? You shouldn't be able to be influenced as you're lining up to vote.
yeah, and you could argue everybody's already made up their mind by the time they get there, but still, it's right there, it's right in front of you, and you know, I guess it reassures people and it pisses me off that
Yeah,
that that's how it went. But it was overwhelming, so it didn't even matter. But
yeah.
and that's not really celebrity related, and it's you know, but the whole New York Zoran Mamdani election, obviously the big news is New York turning to socialism, which is going to be weird. Just to talk about it and say it is weird to me because I've never heard of any socialism that's ever worked in any country or anything at
Yeah.
all. So I don't know how New York is going to be like that, but it makes me think, Jedi, because I call it celebritism, right,
Yeah.
on the podcast, and celebritism is basically socialism, but for celebrities. Like they make $20 million a picture, $100 million, in residuals afterwards, stuff like that. They're all worth hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars.
Oh, yeah.
And where does the money go? Who do they help out? And I'm always complaining about how when they ask us to donate to things, how their $10,000 versus what their net worth is or what their worth is always
It's
just
nothing.
minuscule. Where
Pocket change.
if I were to donate the same percentage, I would be donating like 5 cents, and
Yeah.
then I look like an asshole, right? So my whole thing is the celebrities, like Taylor Swift lives in New York, right? So I understand that Taylor Swift is somewhat of a Democrat, and most of Hollywood is kind of leans left, right?
Apart from Sydney Sweeney.
Apart from Sydney Sweeney, which is what everybody loves about her. But if you're voting for socialism to be in New York and you're left leaning and you do that, so does that mean the celebrities are going to do what I've always said that they should do, which is they're going to give up part of their, or are they going to move out of New York and be like the people that are like, fuck this, I'm not paying extra.
Yeah, they'll move to Florida.
um, so it's just kind of weird that you would vote for something like that, even though you haven't been practicing that your whole careers or, as long as Hollywood's been around. But it'll be interesting to see who and what does what. And I don't think I asked a photographer, I texted a photographer the other day and I asked him, I'm like, so what's the word? What's the vibe out there because of this whole thing? It doesn't seem like Mendani likes Paps.
Hmm.
Or if a bill came across his desk that said, no more street photography, something like that he would kind of lean that way. And he was like, no, 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 First Amendment, First Amendment. And I'm like, okay, I guess, that is what it is.
I know who you were talking to just from that answer.
Are the celebrities gonna be as into it as, you know, they're clearly, it, like
I
are
don't
they
know.
is
I don't know.
is it gonna affect them is what I'm gonna say. Is it
No, no. And
No.
if it does, they'll move away
Yeah.
to a different state or different city. Like Mamdani, he's the mayor of New York. That's all it is. He is the mayor of a city. I don't know who the fuck he thinks he is because the first thing he said was, as soon as he was elected, he went after the president of the whole country.
Yeah.
He's a mayor of a city. He's a tiny little guy. You know,
Well,
I
he is
don't,
the mayor of New York, I mean, that is a big city. It's not like it's Springfield.
it's a city. It's not a state. You know, I think the guy thinks he's too big for his boots already.
I think so too. Well, he obviously doesn't, he's never owned a business. He's never worked for anybody. He's never done anything. So it's really kind of interesting,
Yeah,
how that he's qualified for something like this.
yeah,
But,
he isn't.
but I just wonder if the celebrities are really backing this guy, if they're really into it, because I can't see, Taylor Swift giving up, 40% of
No,
her earnings
no
just in New
chance.
York and pay for free buses.
No. I mean, she spends the majority of her time these days in Kansas City anyway with old Travie boy.
Well, and hopefully all of her ties are to that, and she just lives in New York, so it'll just be like a property tax thing. But
Yeah,
she can afford it, I guess. But
I think she'll be all right. Yeah,
it's going to be really interesting to see how this whole thing plays out because I love New York. It's a great city. I know you love New York, and to see what's going to happen is going to be really interesting.
yeah, it is. I'll be watching for sure.
Good luck, New Yorkers. That's all I got to say. Good
Yeah,
luck. Um, well, what do you think? Should we wrap this one up?
I think so, mate. I think so. We'll come back soon for another enthralling episode.
All right. Well, if we've offended anybody on this episode, we do apologize. But for myself and for Jedi, take care and be well.